Jocelyn from Artisan Talent, and we're talking about graphic designers. This is something you're passionate about.
Sure.
So tell me a little bit about what sort of skills are important for graphic designers. What sort of software might they use?
So most of the software that we see would be anything in the Adobe Creative Suite. So Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop, those are the key skills that they need to have a pretty great mastery on. Recently, a lot of our clients are requesting a little bit more digital experience, so having a little bit of HTML, even if it's just a tiny little bit of editing experience, is really hot these days.
All right, cool. And so those are the sorts of skills you need. That's the sort of software you should focus. What kind of portfolio should you be building?
Okay, so graphic design portfolio would be obviously web-based, because everything is moving into this digital arena.
Okay.
If you do have something that's in person, you want to have something that follows it up with in a digital space. So anywhere from an iPad presentation, bringing in your actual computer and showing the portfolio, or having some kind of web presence, whether it be Behance or Coreflot, or even your own website. That's even great as well.
Okay, cool. And any advice to people who are considering a graphic design career? What kind of education you might want? What kind of jobs you might be looking for? What's some general career advice there?
Sure. So I would say you definitely want to have a background in not only just being self-taught, but you want to be classically trained as well. So going to classes, going to a portfolio school, something like that, that's going to give you an edge over some other designers that maybe have been self-taught. So you want to have a little bit of know-how in terms of if you want to move into a different industry after, design. So design is usually a really great place to start. You can always grow from that, and that can turn into an art director role or a creative director role.
Right.
But
that makes a lot of sense to me. So, okay, so you want to get into the graphic design industry, you've got some skills, you've got some education, you've got a portfolio,
sure.
And you're kind of developing your career. May I ask, let me see, what are some general graphic designer tips? What do you see that's kind of really hot right now?
Well, I like white space. So keeping it simple. Typography is really important to take into account. You want to have a really great eye for typography, but also placement of graphics and having a knowledge of what turns people on in terms of logos or but I mean, typography is really a smart choice, because I think a lot of clients recently have looked for something more simple.
Okay.
There's been a time where it's been all over the place and very like guerrilla in your face type of graphic design, but right now we're coming back into a very keep it simplistic and don't overdo it. You want to keep it simple.
Okay, good. So talking of clients, what kind of money could a graphic designer hope to earn, maybe a per hour rate?
Sure.
And then maybe moving up through art director, creative director. What's kind of the possibility there?
With junior designers, we're seeing anywhere from, we're pretty lucky. We get to see anywhere from 22 an hour to 26 an hour for junior. Mid-range is anywhere typically around 30 to 34. And then we get into more like 38 to 45
Okay,
hourly.
cool. That's on the graphic designer side.
That's on the designer side.
Moving up into art director, creative director, I presume.
They kind of overlap. So art director, we have different levels. So there could be more of a junior art director would start probably around the 30 mark. And then getting into more mid-range would be 40, 45. Creative directors get a nice boost. So anywhere from like 50 to maybe 75 an hour.
Okay, cool. And if you're out there and you're a graphic designer or you want to move into a graphic design career, there are advantages of working with an agency like Artisan Talent who will find work for you, place you. What's the process like as a graphic designer of reaching out to an agency like Artisan? What steps do you go through before you actually get a job and get some money in the bank? Sure.
So a lot of our opportunities in graphic design and art direction tend to be on the freelance or project based. So definitely speed is important, and having an opportunity right there. We get them all the time. We get these types of opportunities a lot. So you definitely want to have your portfolio in front of more people than not. So that's where we come in. So we're able to be another set of eyes on your resume, on your portfolio, and we can go ahead and vouch for you for our clients. So the best way to reach out is via LinkedIn or on our website, artisantalent.com.
All right, good, makes a lot of sense to me. So if you are a graphic designer or a pending graphic designer and you'd like to get some more work, or even just get that second set of eyes and a professional opinion on your work, your portfolio, your resume, reach out to Artisan Talent through artisantalent.com or social media, such as through Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or even Instagram. And people like the lovely Jocelyn will be there to help you.